me. Okay, we have a question all the way from London, UK. Wow. All the way from London, UK, Elizabeth LeBurn. I wonder what's burning at her house. Is she burning the candles at both ends? Lucky girl. Right. Question for you, handsome Dennis. Yes, she's put that, honest, she's put handsome Dennis. I think she has anyway. Oh, I need to sort my eyesight out, but I don't care. Right, okay, fine. Let's get that down out of the way. Okay, fine. My son has said he's seen a man in a bowler hat in our house. Hey, where's that gone? Where's that gone? Just a minute. Just give me a second. Oh, I know what's happened. Oh, wrong one. I've got two monitors here, you see, folks, and I'm going the wrong one here. So let me just go back. They changed the preferences in this at the moment. So now I've just got to muck about here. Boom, 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 boom. That's okay. And then we put that back and that should stay on longer. There we are. Okay, my son has said he's seen a man in the bowler hat in our house. I keep saying to him to repeat, I'm the light. I only let in the light. Seem to do the job. Do you? This is the right way. Do you think this is the right way? You missed the think out to handle what he is seeing. Yes. Initially, yes. You can always ask the guy. This is what I would do. You can always ask him why he's come. Does he understand about the astral plane? Ask him about that. Does he understand about how like attracts like? And you're right by saying only let the light come to the light, but sometimes somebody might need any help. I don't know, because of what you told me, if this is from the spiritual plane. Did the gentleman have some light with him, or was he dressed in English garb, clothing? Did he cease? Did he talk? Did he indicate? Was he just looking? If there was no light with him, I would obviously ask your son to say to whoever it happens again, go to the light, you're not welcome. But then at the same time, your son has got guides and inspirers around him. His guides and inspirers, ask your son to ask his guides and inspirers to not let that happen again, because they're the gatekeeper. They will allow certain beings, entities, of only of the light to come through and can come down into the vicinity of one's energy field. But if that's not acceptable to the person in the physical, then it has to be said out loud to the guides around that person, and the guides then will tell the spiritual beings on the astral plane who are trying to come down. Because remember, it's only a thought pattern away. It's only a vibration away, and it's the next realm that those who croak it go to. And then when they realise they're different realms and different energy fields, then they will think it's time to move on. Guides and inspirers can't make them, because they've still got the gift of free will in spirit, but not as true. The gift of free will has been totally blown out of proportion. They have a little bit of free will, and they know when it's time, it's right to move on, because they just realise this lower being, this lower energy field, it doesn't suit them anymore. It's like when you know who you allow in your life doesn't suit you any better on the earth plane, you allow yourself to move away from them. You kind of higher your vibration, you higher your energy field, and that's how you drift away from people. So to answer your question, Elizabeth, yeah, talk to your son, find out more information. I'm sure you know what to say. If you don't know what to say, come back to me and I will advise on the spiritual matter you're talking about. Okay, fine. He didn't talk, just looking. Janet, give me another understanding, Janet Mark prayer. I've started my journey of self-gratitude and feel like I'm stuck. Why are you stuck? Well, I don't know. I'm just looking at. Okay, Janet, why are you stuck? Tell me why you're stuck. We'll see what we can do for you. And then Billy Joe, this is strange. I'm now watching on here and not the watch party. I left you a question for you in the watch party. Well, type it on this window. Okay, that's to you, Billy Joe. And Elizabeth, thanks, Dennis. I think I know how to handle it. Of course you do. You're a woman, Elizabeth. You can multitask. You know, all women can multitask, can't they? They stand at the kitchen sink. They're washing the dishes, and they're thinking about shopping. So that tells me women can multitask, doesn't it? Oh, I'm going to get slapped by saying that, but I don't care. Look at me. Do I care? Not at all. Life's temporary, and one day I'm going to go. I'm out of here, but I'm going to come back and help people. I really am. So, Janet Mark Pure, I can't help you if you don't know what's holding you back. That's the Mickey Mouse question. So you've got to be a bit more clear than that. You can't say, hey, will I wake up tomorrow and will I make a fortune? Well, if you don't wake up tomorrow, if you stay in bed tomorrow, you're not going to make a fortune. So you've got to ask proper questions. These are Mickey Mouse questions. Not worth my time. You know this. And my friends know this as well. Right, so something seems to be holding me back. Well, it's probably elastic band or a pair of braces stuck in the doorknob. I can't help you. I am helping you actually by being a little bit cheeky by saying I can't help you. So you now got to think, and you've got to make it work for yourself. Think, what is it holding me back? How can I go forward? What do I want in life? And what you want in life, you're never going to get because you're going to keep wanting it all the time. So you don't want it. You give an attitude of gratitude for where you are now. And as you give an attitude of gratitude towards the universe can actually give you more back. But you've got to be careful what you think and feel. Because if you're thinking crap and feeling crap, all you're going to get back is crap. That's all you're going to get back. So you have to change the way one feels and one thinks. Because if you think and feel, it's a whammy. It's a double-edged sword. It's like the glove and the hand. One's built for each other. You make the glove to fit the hand, right? And then you've got the hand that fits the glove. So if you think and feel properly together, holistic wise, things can change in your life. Billy Joe, what? I'm in a year into my spiritual awakening. I would love to know how to connect to the archangels and my guides more. Dead easy. One word, meditation. Oh yes, that's the end of that. People say, well, I don't want to meditate. Well, they say, well, it's like the horse going to water. You can drag the horse. Well, you can't drag a horse to water. You can take the horse to water. But can you make goddamn drink? No, you can't. So it's like saying to people, okay, if you want to understand more about yourself, your higher self, your spiritual bodies, your mental bodies, your physical bodies, and your countless higher selves, then you've got to spend some time in peace and quiet. And until you spend that time in peace and quiet, you won't garner the information that will help you to connect to a higher vibration. People say, well, I can connect with my guides and archangels. And I say, well, who are your guides? Who are your archangels? What are they saying to you? What are they advising you to do? Are you sure it's them, or is it your ego playing tricks on you? And they can't answer it. And the old wisdom is still the truth. One has to sit in meditation to quieten the ego, which is body identified. It doesn't come with you when you come down, when you lower your vibration. when you come from your star planets, because you're all star seeds, all of you. And as you pass the pass knot, there is a vibration, and it is called the pass knot. When you pass that vibration, and I'll say it again, called your pass knot, your memory is taken away from you. Your spiritual memory is taken off you on purpose, in case you remember that you've chose an easier path. And remember also, or not remember, that you may have chosen a hard path because it's your soul and you, your spirit and your soul, have chosen a path which you think you really maybe had second thoughts about changing it then. So that's why you pass this vibration, and your memory, spiritual memory, is taken off you. And when you croak it, when you go back upstairs, it's given to you back. When you have the life review, when you have a 360 view of your life, wow. And it's like, did I do that? Did I cause an effect? How did I treat that people? Wow. I spoke to those people and I helped them. Yeah, okay, fine, well done. I interacted with those people and it didn't work well. I give them a hard time. I should have been nicer. That's karma. You've got to come back. You've got to come back and sort it out and be a lot better. So when you sit in meditation, going back, I just did a little bit of a sidebar there, which is fine. Because this show is more of a teaching show. It's not tarot cards. It is mediumship when it comes in. And it's not Mickey Mouse questions though. It's proper questions that help you grow. And it's the quality of the questions get the quality of the answers. Unless they come in and give the channeling where they don't need your answer, don't need the questions upstairs, merge their consciousness with me and I with them. And it flows. So, where were we? Forgot where we were. That's it. Because I can only hold that information for such a short time because other information's coming at me. And it's all about staying in your power, standing in your power, and once you stand in your power, staying in your power. But it's all about having that connection with yourselves first and foremost. For if you have that connection with yourself, then you start to believe in yourself. You start to love yourself. You start to actually understand who you are and why you've come on this planet and why reincarnation does exist. And you will keep reincarnating until you realise you become God realised, self realised, soul realised, and then when that happens, you go off onto other planets. Now that's the truth. Now, not many people can understand this, or they don't want to, and they say, "Well, I'm not coming back again." Well, that's the ego. I will guarantee that I will come back because now, at a certain age in my life, I'm working on my next life by every thought, every feeling, every action I do for myself and for the people. I'm working on my future life. So I'm going to come in this life, next life I mean, hit the floor running and bang. Because I only really understood my spiritual awakening was when I was 35, 34 in this life. That's quite a few years ago, but not that many. And it's like, wow. Then my guy turned up and he said, "This is your contract, you signed it." And I went, "Let me have a look." Got magnifying glasses. I went, "Oh, that's my signature." "That's not my signature. That's alien." He said, "Well, you was an alien in your past life. You come down in a physical form. If you looked at yourself now, Dennis, you unzip the bodysuit and step out, it'd just be a ball of light. That's an alien." Do you remember when you watched the film Cocoon? God, the women were gorgeous, weren't they? The men were a bit okay. But, you know, when they zip that bodysuit off and they come out the white light, and it's just this white light, unbelievable. Wow. That's the kind of film that I know it's Mickey Mouse, I know it's fairy tale, I know it's Hans Christian Andersen, it's Father Christmas job, but it's something that makes you think. It gives you a warm feeling, doesn't it? Gives you a warm feeling, especially when that alien ship comes down, which I've seen as flying saucer, I've seen an alien. Well, I've not seen a flying saucer, but I've had a visitation by an ET ship when I was at the Dallas Grand Hotel in Dallas, and I was telling Debbie G this when it came. People say it came because I put this exhibition on, and it was like the Brits are coming for about 3 weeks before the exhibition came. I got these billboards down the freeways out of Dallas and into Dallas, and I hired them, and I plastered signs on Greyhound buses on the back and the side, and it said the Brits are coming. All it said, the Brits are coming. And then the week the Brits were here was the Dallas exhibition, Health, Mind, Body, Spirit. And then it said, the Brits are here, Health, Mind, Body, Spirit, Dallas Convention Centre, and the days it was. And it was like, wow, what's going on? And all the billboards had them as well. And it was really good. And it was like, Dallas had never had a Mind, Body, Spirit exhibition until that, and it was awesome. But leading up to that, I was staying a week at the Dallas Grand. That was my headquarters for that week, and for the 3 nights of the exhibition, I was in the jacuzzi on the Friday, on the Saturday, or on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Nothing happened. And the night I don't go in the jacuzzi on the top floor, this UFO comes down. And it's like, I'm in the bar talking to all these people at a fantastic exhibition, and this Native American Indian comes, and he must have been 6'7". I remember his name now, Patrick Walker. Speaking Wind he was called. That was his American name, Speaking Wind. What a lovely guy. And he picked me over his shoulder. Yeah, me. He whacked me over his shoulder, and we went in the lift, and he still won't let go of me till we got onto the top floor, and then I put down, and I walked out, and there was this light. I was like, wow, what are you here for? And I was in goose pimples because I knew it was something special. And then it went, and it vibrated stronger and brighter and lighter. And then it did a Star Trek. It went, shoo, off it went, turbo drive, and that was it. But 2 minutes later, 2 stealth helicopters, well, they weren't stealth because you could see them, they were flying around the hotel, and I'm going, what's going on here? People say, because the energy you've put on it, they can see it, upstairs can see it for miles and miles and miles up in the atmosphere, and that's what they come down to say, hey, we know what's going on, thank you brother, this is your reward. And talk about different rewards. Years ago, I was driving my car down this road, and I was a little bit concerned about how the spiritual, how sometimes people are quite jealous. People were saying, oh, you're new into it, Dennis, so they're trying to pinch your power. I said, you can't pinch my power. Just watch, they said, we'll pinch it. And I was thinking about this driving down the road. Anyway, the lamppost, it was dark at night, and the lamppost in front of me, the right hand side, was only about 10 feet high. It suddenly changed. It grew to about 40 feet in an instant, and then took the shape of a silhouette, a person's body, and it shimmered white light, and it just grew, and the whole place, the whole countryside was lit up by this light, but it was dark, so you could see it standing out like the guy behind me, but it was white light. It was white. And then my car filled up with white light. The car that I was driving was a Porsche 911, and I was giving it some stick down this country lane because it was quite a wide country lane, and it was my private track, not private. I treated it as my race track because it's very close to my home. So in the country, Yorkshire, England, and I'm driving it quite fast, and all this happened, and then this light came in my car. I couldn't see a thing. This white light came in my car. Just think about this. I'm driving down the road, happy as Larry, listening to Frank Sinatra on the radio, singing along, a little bit concerned about what somebody said. The lamppost in front of me changes shape, grows 30-40 foot higher, changes shape to a white silhouette, and went, whoa, what is this? This white light comes in my car. I can't even see where I'm driving. Couldn't see the steering wheel. I panicked. I was having what I call my spiritual orgasm. Listen, girls, orgasms are great. Orgasms are brilliant. However, this was a spiritual orgasm. The same thing. I was pins and needles. My body was, whoa, I want one every day. It was unbelievable. And it was like the universe telling me, listen, look, feel, understand, quieten your mind. And then this voice came in. It was inside me, it was outside of me, it was living, it was breathing. And this voice just said, Denis, do not be scared. We will never leave you. Nothing will happen to you. And I went, pardon? And it said, Denis, don't be scared. Don't worry. We will never leave you. You'll be okay. And the orgasm was still there. I was still pins and needles. And what hair I had was standing up. This was when I had a lot of hair, actually. I looked like Moses. Long white hair. Now I look like a bald Moses now, but I don't care. Anyway, I'm thinking, I can't see. I can't drive. And a period of time went, and I was outside my home, about 3 inches from the garage door, without breaking it down, parked up, engine turned off, everything. What the hell was going on there? And upstairs told me after, we did that. Just showing you, you're not on your own. And that's happened a few times, but in different scenarios. And when I get a little bit worried, a little bit disconcerted, a little fed up sometimes, I'm always reminded that life's temporary, because I can step out of this shell tomorrow. I'll go home, but I think I've got quite a fair bit yet to walk on this planet, to utilize information they bring me to my brothers and sisters like yourself. So it's all about, this is why I'm trying to say this, not trying, I am saying it. To get to a level of understanding, one has got to put effort into it. And I start to put effort into it and try to understand that every word, every feeling has an effect. Attitude of gratitude, when you're happy for something, the universe knows this, and you get something back. You get double back. So if you're in love and you love that person and you show that person, 9 times out of 10, unless you're working through karma, you'll get that back, double the effect. But the universe gives you double the effect or triple the effect because of the way you think and feel. Or the universe might say, this is me being the universe now, oh, Denis enjoys what we've sent him. Oh, Denis enjoys this. And he's happy. He's an attitude of gratitude. Tell you what, let's send him some more. So they gather what it is and they whip it down the vibrational chute and it manifests in my life. Wow, where did that come from? Must be good fortune. No, attitude of gratitude. And I was reminded about this today because I went shopping, got some candles, and I got some different things for Christmas because I love my candles. I love my smells as well, my scents and my aftershaves, and I love it, stuff like that. And I'm going through this really run-down area, and I'm sending love and light out. And I've got classical music on the car, so it's all going out into the universe. And I'm reminded, thinking, I looked around, and think, oh my God, this is wow. And I just thought, Denis, you're very happy, you're very lucky to live where you live, to do what you do, to feel like you feel, and to be quite healthy. Yeah, what about the good looks? Well, that'll come another life, won't it? But there we go, my English sense of humour. And I was reminded about this time and time again, attitude of gratitude. And you know, when I go on my mountain bike, when I ride down the canal, I did it on Sunday, did a 3-hour bike ride. I must have covered 30 miles down the canal. Got me poor knees after. And it was on the way down the canal. A friend rang me, so we had a conversation probably about an hour on the phone, and I had earphones in and I'm pedaling away. But on the way back, it was an attitude of gratitude. It was I am experiencing in all areas of my life positive attitude, positive love. I'm making a mess of it now, but I have a mantra, and I say it under my breath, and sometimes I say it out loud. And I must have said it for about an hour on the way back. And you know what happens when you stop saying it? You still say it. Mentally, you're still saying it. It's automatic. Or especially when I used to go to bed and I'm saying this. When I'm saying this mantra in my head as I'm lying down to go to sleep or whatever, I can wake up in the morning, I'm still saying the mantra. Has any of you woke up in the morning when you're giving an inspirational talk? I do. It's like you're working. It's like, what have I been doing in my sleep? It's like I'm working in my sleep as I'm working here now. I'm standing in front of people, I'm talking to people, I'm on a stage and I'm talking, I'm thinking, what's going on here? So in my sleep, I'm actually doing the channeling, thinking, wow, this is good. Upstairs is really getting the pennies worth out to me, really making me worth my wages. Can I have some more money, please? That would be grateful. So the reason why I'm saying this and going off on one nicely is that if we take the time to meditate, put some practice into it, have an attitude of gratitude, give thanks for what we've got, try to work on it to become better, to be more bountiful, not to be more materialistic, but to bring it to you, then you can let it go to other people. That's what I think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Any questions on Skype? That's fine. Or any questions in the chat room? Brilliant. Let me know. Anyone wants to come on Skype, have a chit chat? Fine. Any really serious questions? Write them in, and we'll see what we can do. Go and have a drink. This is alcoholic cider. This is going to be good. This. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. So, okay, so let's see what's happening here now. My crown chakra is going crazy right now. Okay, fine. Well, you've lost the connection. My stepdad was named Dennis. Well, he wasn't. He was spelled Dennis was spelled with one N with me. I understand what you mean. I would love to find out which archangel I have the strongest connection. Archangel Michael came through in meditation once. Well, Billy Joe Watt, I'm going to say the same thing again. I'm not going to tell you. Because what you focus on, you bring to you. So I could say Mother Mary. Right? I could say Saint Germain. And if you don't focus on them, you don't resonate with them, or you're not on that wavelength, you don't utilize that power that they can work with, and they're not going to come through to you. So basically what you have to do, you have to work on yourself and not be connected to one angelic master, not one ascended master. Just be open to whoever, whatever, the love and the light comes through to you. Always say, you will attract the highest, the brightest and the best. And let upstairs then work it out who is right to work with you at that time. Because they don't stay around forever. You can outgrow your guide. But not many people can understand that. I thought guides were there forever. Well, if you just come in to the spiritual awareness, you're not going to get a high guide. You're going to get one who is just above you and help you to understand what it's about, because you're giving that guide help as well by letting him kind of tutor you basically, and you're you're allowing him to tutor you, and you're allowing yourself to become more God's spirit realized. But if you outgrow, if your endeavour is strong and you really want to get stuck in, and you take the two-edged sword and you cut all negative ideas, thoughts, feelings around you, and you live a life where you're devoted to the pureness of thought, the pureness of feeling, and connect into light, that guide, if he doesn't move along with you, steps aside, and then another being comes in, a stronger one, who can hold more light, one who can help you to understand and guide you. And then if you blow him away, another one comes in. So it's a never ending situation of helpers and guides, because that's what they call guides. They're there to guide. But if you outgrow your guide, another guide comes in. You get the drift? Am I guiding you right here? I hope so. So then I had no idea the Council of 12 was going to come in. No. They just came in one day. They said, with the Council of 6, but we'll soon be 12. Then a week later they came in. But I'll tell you that another time. It's not the time here now. And they just blew me away. But what they said there, first and foremost, and I totally understand, our names are famous on your earth plane. They are really famous. We will come to you individually, Dennis, but we also come to you as a group. But it's more important the energy of the group, the power of that group, that you understand. For we're here to move and help you to understand, so you can help other people to understand. So that's my job, for me to understand it. And if I can't understand it, don't beat myself up about it, because the mind gets in the way, does it? Your ego gets in the way. You become more intellectual. You want to know how the TV works, so you take the TV back off and you play about with it and you break it. And sometimes the idea, just switch the TV on, know it works. You don't have to know the intricacies of everything. You just know how to connect. And once you connect, you try to strengthen that connection in a way that cannot be broke. Not at all. And when you meditate on a daily basis, you get to a point where, if you miss the meditation, say you miss it for a week and you don't meditate, because what you've done in the past, you built all this meditation power and you put it in to the meditation bank, so you can withdraw. If you're ill and you don't feel like meditation, you just peace and quiet, and you just put your eyes into the third eye, and you bring the power down. And if you can't hold it, you just do it again, and bit by bit it will become longer and stronger. And that's what you do. You practice the breathing. You try not to get upset. You just let go. Be like the wind. Don't stand in front of the wind. Turn your back against the wind. Let the wind shape you. This is why trees sometimes are broken by the wind. And you look at a tree where it's been hammered by the wind, it turns its back on the wind, and the wind blows the tree over, or it bends the tree. It's the path of least resistance. And this is all about living in the now moment, isn't it? It's all about being who you are. No. Remembering your greatness of who you are, who you were, before you came down here and before you put that cloak on, which only allows a 50 bulb wattage to shine through, when you are, in theory and honestly, 1,000 watt bulb. What you've done is you've dimmed yourself down on purpose to have this earth experience. That's what you've done on purpose. And it's your job to wake up. Your job to seek knowledge from those who know it. You will know who you speak to. You will know how it resonates within your being, if it's right for you to listen, to understand it, to integrate it. Some of you will feel a rush of knowingness with what they're bringing through now. Because this is not me. Well, this is part of me, but I'm in tune with my beings here, my count for 12. And it's like saying, they're telling me to tell you, I'm not. I don't repeat what they say for word. They show me a picture. And then I have to look at that picture, dissect it, then bring it forward in words to colour it so you know what I'm talking about. My job to look at that picture and then bring it through colourful so you latch on to what I'm saying and you paint your own picture. I'm just giving words through so you colour my words. You put them in the right order. That floats your boat. And if it doesn't float your boat, buy a submarine. You know, when you actually put yourself in a submarine and go deep, you really find the trueness of yourself. The ego can't go deep with you sometimes, so it waits for you to come back to the surface, and it torpedoes you. It has a go at you. How dare you go deep and not take me with you? Your ego is a bit cheeky, it's a bit slippery actually, so you've got to kick it in touch now and again. You've got to give it a clout round the ear and tell it to behave itself. Once you've done that, once you've kicked the ego in touch a few times, it kind of doesn't want to keep coming up to you because it knows it's going to get a belt round the ear hole. And I'm putting it in down to earth terms. You've got to be 100% like that. You've got to be a spiritual assassin. I mean, that's what they call me, the spiritual assassin. So why do you call me that? Why? Why have I earned that name or not earned it? Come on, you're taking the mickey. He said, no, because you can assassinate people's false beliefs. I said, well, how do I know it's false beliefs? Oh, you know by the way they talk. And you know by the way you've been opened up to the teachings, the spiritual wisdom. Not in this life, dear Dennis, but other lives as well. Remember, you brought them in. You don't know what they are, but we will tell you, and you know what they were. Then. So all that is put together and it builds a bigger picture. You got more power. So it's your job to understand who you are, where you're from, and what you're on this earth plane for. You know, people ring me up and say, Dennis, can I have a reading? Can I have a... I said, yeah. You have to pay for it, of course. They said, why have it free? I said, no. Because if I give it to you free, you won't understand it. Well, you will understand it, but you won't appreciate it. So if you pay for it, you can't go into a shop and ask for a pram full of food, right? You can't walk out with it because you've got to pay for it. And it's like an exchange of energy. Like my energy, I sit, I give my time up. They give their time up and their power to bring to me. So it's payment, isn't it? I'm sitting, I'm paying homage. I would like to receive information from my higher self, and then beyond my higher self. So I'm paying the price, allowing the peace and quiet and putting effort into it. And if you don't put effort into it, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to work. It's like, you know, who wants self-realization? This is what a master asked years ago. There's 5,000 people there. You know what I'm trying to say now. Loaves and the fishes, the Christ vibration, the Christos energy, stood on a hill. 5,000 people stood in front of him. Some were sat down, some were laid down. And he said, who wants God realization? They all put their hand up. He said, right, put your hands down. So they did. He said, who wants God realization but got to work for it? Who wants to work for it instead of being given it? Hardly anybody put their hands up because they knew they had to work for it. But the ones who did put their hands up, they got it faster and stronger because they were willing to put the work into it. So we could go on about aliens and about ETs and about star seeds and light language, but they're telling me they cut the cloth. They bring through information regarding to the people who listen. They kind of know who's here, and they kind of know who's going to listen later on. So it's like saying, well, I've always said this before, and they've always said to me as well, record it and put it out there. Put it onto what you may call your social media, because you don't know who looks at it, and you don't know who it affects later. And don't use your sense of humour, because it will affect people differently. Some people might not like, well, we know, Dennis, we know your sense of humour doesn't go down well with a few people, but we don't want you to be bothered about that, because other people will think, Spirit has a sense of humour. They're coming through this gentleman like that. He can bring it down in a way that we can understand it. You know, there's a lot of spiritual people out there, and they use goddamn fangled words, which they say 20 words where probably I can get away with 6 words, and they're just as powerful, or maybe even powerful more, because you're not diluting it with many words. And there's all these words that are coming in now, which are multifaceted, where people take the wrong way. Let me tell you this, it's dead simple. Keep it simple. Spirituality should be simple. That's all. Trust yourself. Don't trust anybody else unless you have that spiritual orgasm at that moment where you have a feeling coming through your body and you think, I need to listen to this. I need to watch this. I need to read this. But it will affect you all differently in different ways at different stages. But remember, you're here to grow. And if you're finding it hard now, fantastic, because you're growing. It wasn't meant to be easy. You've not chosen easy life. I guarantee that star children, star seeds, light workers, it's not easy. But it will be easy when you come back again. It'll be like saying, you've reincarnated stronger, wiser, more spiritually attuned to be able to connect to a higher vibration. For when they talk to you, your guides, your masters, the ascended ones, your loved ones, you'll be able to attune to them in a way that you've not attuned before. Isn't that lovely? I think so. Okay, let's have a scroll through and see what anyone's saying. So, I've totally lost what's going on with this thing. I forgot what it's called now, because I'm up there. And when I come back to Earth, when I come back in the body, I don't know what I'm doing. And I know that they've got something else to bring through. I know they want to do some channeling. So, a watch party, that was it, a watch party. I need Debbie Garcia to tell me how to do the watch party, because this is good. Okay, fine. So, do me a favour, folks, will you? Will you share this now? Wherever you are, hit your share button. Share it with your friends, share it with your groups. Share it in, please, in the newsfeed. Make a watch party of it yourself. Ask if you can do that, because I don't seem to have... I wish I was an octopus. I could be tentacles everywhere and pressing things and turning knobs. But I'm only human. Well, I'm not, actually. I've come down in a human body, but I'm not. I can unzip this bodysuit, part it out, and out comes this beautiful soul. And that's who you are. That's who you are. And you connect. Every single night you go to sleep, you connect with the brightest light you've ever seen. At this level of your education, your spiritual, your soul education will go on and on and on. And you will bounce off different planets. You will visit different planets. You will learn. You will teach. You will understand. You will gather. You will harvest. Wow. They haven't used that word for a long time. You will harvest information that is benefit for you and for your course of action in the future. Well, we all know there's no future. It's just this now moment constantly repeating itself. So, in a period of now moments constantly repeating themselves, you will understand what we're talking about here. For you have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to be in tune, in step with the universe, in step with the loved ones, and dance with your guides and inspirers. And even dance with those who cannot dance. For when you dance with those who cannot dance, you learn how to anticipate, you learn how to coax and to manipulate and to put them into the right sequence of steps, the right sequence of remembering. So what we're doing now, gently through his words, we are hoping to put you into your steps of remembering your past. Not the physical being you're remembering now. You're listening to his words through your ears. But do you remember the light you carried before you came on this earth? Do you? Big question mark there, beloveds, all of you. Do you remember how great you were? Do you remember? Some of you will remember Atlantis. However, only briefly. Some of you think it never existed. However, let us come to you now in a wave of water, in what you may call a tsunami of love. It existed. But it was manipulated through different aspects of beings who felt like they knew better and who wanted to entrap that advanced civilization. You will approach the vibrational field of how Atlantis formed itself, and this is why it had to go down for it to be reborn in a different way of understanding, in a different city of light. For the time is here when you are all becoming more transparent. You are all becoming, not all, but most of you, the way showers, the caregivers, the light bringers. You are shedding your earthly darkness, and you're beginning to remember the light that you brought down with you. You are cauterizing your cloak so more light can seep through. For when Atlantis reborns itself in a different name, in what you may call your future, which is just the same moment constantly repeating itself, when it comes, the vibrational field you will feel, and you will be automatically brought to that center of that vibrational hookup by the way you feel in your heart, the way you think. Now remember, your brain, your ego is body identified, so it's more or less how you feel within the heart center, the heart chakra. For there is a crystal within the heart, and you'll be attracted to other people's hearts, crystals. And it's when all those hearts are lined up, there is a plasma bolt that goes from one crystal heart to another one. And you can affect so many thousands of hearts in that much time, in the click of one fingers. And that is how you know your tribe. This is how you know that things are possible if you believe so. There are ones who think Atlantis was a myth. There are ones who think Merlin was a myth. The Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur, Robin Hood. For what did Robin Hood do? He robbed the rich. He took. So this is our way of bringing it through in a way that, in the words that you can understand, at a level of armchair understanding, but with a twist. Oh, I didn't ask you to ring in, wherever you are. No. Please, if you want to ring in, then don't just ring in like that, please. Send me a message on Skype, because I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, and I'm not ruining the integrity of the show. So please do me a favour and send me a message on Skype first about who you are and why you want to ring in, please. Or else that's fine. I see somebody has sent. I think some send a message. Let me just see that. One right, people's right, upset. People's right. I don't know who you are, so please send me a message, and we'll see what we can do. And when I get into the channeling again, because that needs to be, because I was right in the throes of bringing something through there, and that then just took me out of that zone. So when I start going to the channeling again, I will close Skype down. I will switch it off. Then I can't be interrupted. So I'm waiting for a text message to come through from people's right. If not, then fine. Leave it there. So, well, that's a shame, isn't it? Because I was really feeling the heat of that one. Yeah, man. One's got to be careful who we bring on to the show. It's like, spiritually, that's a prime example, actually. Like Elizabeth LeBurn. Somebody wants to contact us. We don't know who they are. Why would we open the door and bring them into our home? Because we don't know who they are. So spiritually, that was actually a very, very good thing that happened. Why would you invite somebody into your loving, caring home, which is full of vibrational energy, when you don't know who they are? And they could be assassin, or they could be of a not of a learned culture. So you find out who they are first. You suss them out and say, "Yeah, I can help you. Come in. Here's some water. Here's a piece of angel cake." So we have to be very careful, all of us. That was a brilliant way for it to come through. So, oh, that's okay. People's right. Apologise, sir. I did not know. My name is Roy. I live in America, and I want to talk about the importance of purpose in the pursuit of happiness. I'm so sorry for messing things up. That's okay. Now I know who you are. Would you like to come on Skype? Do you have a video camera? If you can listen to my words, if you want to come on, you have a video camera, and we can see you. We can see you we're talking to. That will be good for the viewers here on the show. Let me know what you think. But you are so welcome, and thank you for being. Thank you for being here. So, where are we? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, folks, let me see your hearts. Let me see you still here. Send me a heart. Haha. Harvesting info sounds right to me. Been listening off and on. Always enjoy the energies you share. Okay, let's bring this person on. Hello.
Hello, sir. Thank you for allowing me onto the program
You're
today.
welcome. So let me
Very
just give me a second. Let me change the cameras here. So there you are. You are now live, and everybody can see who I'm talking to.
okay. That's great. Okay, so and I'm really enjoying the program. You have such a soft and calm and soothing voice, and I just saw myself pop up on the camera.
Well,
I just
if
saw
you've got
myself.
Facebook over, you can see, can't you? Which is fine.
I can see, and it's great, and I can see into the mind's eye as well. And my question for you, I suppose, sir, and the big, as I talked about the purpose in the pursuit of happiness, how important is it to have that purpose in life? Do you need to have a purpose to find that happiness? Is, I guess, my main my main question for you. And then my second question for you would be, how do I stop watching pornos so much?
Okay, let's do with the. You mean
Porn
pornographic? Yeah,
pornos. Yeah, yeah. So
that
my
is
friend,
a. Let me explain. Pornos is it's a vibrational shift, right?
yeah.
It's a it's a shift of energy. Now people can see you picking your nose.
Oh, my bad.
That's right. Yeah. So remember you're on camera, right?
That's my bad. I feel stupid now.
And
I'm
everything.
embarrassed.
It's okay. I just thought I'd remind you that you're on camera,
Yeah.
and so people
All right.
can. Okay,
Perfect.
fine.
Thank you. Thank you for
So
reminding me. I appreciate
it's
it.
a vibrational lowering of one's understanding of a energy that gives pleasure. For when you, um, I don't think it's right this conversation, so I'm gonna cut it off.
Oh, that's my apologies. I'm picking my
Yeah,
nose again, aren't
yeah,
I?
you are picking your nose. So that, to tell you folks, that's a prime example why you shouldn't really bring people on you don't know. What do you think about that? Eh? What do you think about that? That's amazing, wasn't it? So I think basically, I think that person's being blocked later. Yeah, that's fine. Wow, amazing. So let us. This is all good. This is all good. So it's all experience, isn't it? Yeah. So what do you think, folks? Totally lost the thread now. Totally lost the thread. Yeah, weird. But maybe it's someone's got nothing to do. If he's genuine, that's fine. Maybe we come back. We do an audio chat with him rather than a um, video. Because it's very important how we present ourselves. Very important how you present yourselves as well. And I think I've set the scene, in a way that, oh, it's very good. It really is good. Let me explain why it's good. Because we talked about lower entities coming in. We talked about not inviting, but allowing other lesser energy fields to come down into our vibrational field. And really, we don't really want that. So we have to keep our vibrational field high. And in layman's terms, spiritually, there are entities out there that have passed away who want to come back on the earth. They don't realise they're dead or they've moved on. Dead is probably the right word on that lower vibrational field. They don't know they've moved on. So they kind of want to come back. So they're trying every chance they can to come through. So we have to be aware that our vibrational field, they're not allowed to come through. So we have to send a light out and have a protection there. Now our guides are there as well. They will help us. But it's the same. Somebody knocking on your front door, would you allow them to come in? And if they're not a vibrational match to you and they could make a mess of the house, then no. We're talking of common sense now. But it also works on the spiritual realms as well. Common sense, protecting oneself, attitude of gratitude. That's the best thing to do, I think. All right, folks, it's, wow, it is 20 to 11. We've been on since 9:30, so we've been on an hour and 10 minutes. Isn't that amazing? So, anybody else? Any questions? Any questions? I think the time has come now where I think I would like to end the show now, to be honest with you. I think I've said what I've had to say. Right. There'll be no show next week because it'll be Christmas Eve next week, won't it? Yeah. So there'll be no show next week. There'll be one. There'll be one midweek. No, it's Christmas Eve, isn't it? And then it's New Year's Eve. So anyway, just look out. I might sneak one in during the time, but there's no regular Tuesday now until we actually get into the new year. And then I'm going to change the time. I'm going to change the time till maybe 7:30 rather than 9:30. Yeah, to go look at changing the time. So folks, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Please share it with other people. And if you're looking for consultations, if you're looking for readings, life coaching, 1 hour consultations, 2 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour, 6 and 3 hours probably done in my company. The other 1, 2 hours can be done on Skype, can be done anywhere in the world. All the prices, all the conditions on my website, thecounselor12.com. Let me just bring this up and see if I've thank you, Jill. I don't know if that is the right one. Let me have a look. Oh, I don't think that's the right one. That okay, fine. That's not the right one, but never mind. I can't find it. So thecounselor12.com. thecounselor12.com. That's my website. Have a look. If you're not already a friend on Facebook, then make me a friend and go over. Don't forget, check Debbie Garcia out. Spirituality Gone Wide. Well, wild, I mean. Spirituality Gone Wild. Check her out. Check what she's doing. She does a show, I think, every single day, 4 o'clock, my time, in the afternoon. So if you're in America, it'll be a different time. So, Happy New Year. Happy Christmas to you all. Happy New Year. That Skype caller, it did throw me. It did kind of rackle me a bit, especially when I was bringing through Atlantis and the vibration energy field that we are going to go into in the year 2020. So that's a shame. That's a reminder for me that to be very careful of who I invite onto the show. But that be a reminder to you as well, who you will let into your vibrational energy field. On that note, beloveds, I'll say good night, God bless, from Dennis here in the UK. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, see you New Year, love and light. And with that, I'll say good night, God bless.
Are you looking for spiritual guidance in all areas of your life? Are you looking for direction and purpose on your spiritual path, along with insight into how the world is now? Are you seeking divine guidance as you merge more into your higher self? Are you expressing yourself to others from the mind rather than the heart? And are you seeking a higher knowledge that resonates with your everlasting soul? Well, if you can answer yes to any of those questions, and Denis Barnes and the Council of 12 are here to assist you as you walk amongst the jungle of mankind. For more information, visit www.denisbarnes.com. That's DenisBarnes.com.